Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Dave here, and it's a pleasure to have you for my 2023-24 cricket card album update. It's the final album update. I think it's the first one, so technically it's the first and the last. We're going to go through all of the different cards that I picked up in my collecting for this cricket card season. Everything is time coded, so if you want to jump to anything in particular, you can absolutely do that. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy. And we've got our handy dandy album here. Let's crack it open and kick things off with the base, all the common cards. We've got the men's test squad, the men's ODI squad, the men's T20 squad, then the women's test squad, women's ODI squad, the women's T20 squad. Then in the Big Bash, we've got the Adelaide Strikers, Brisbane Heat, Hobart Hurricanes, the Melbourne Renegades, Melbourne Stars, Perth Scorchers, the Sydney Sixers, and finally the Sydney Thunder, and our 3 checklist cards. Then in a separate folder, I've got my silver specials. These are the parallel cards that will run every pack. Clearly I haven't picked up the full set. We've got a lot of empty space, but let's say who we did pick up in this season. We've got in the men's test squad, we've got Alex Carey, Pat Cummins, Travis Head, Marnus Labuschagne and Mitch Starc. For the ODI men's squad, we've got Sean Abbott, Alex Carey, Mitch Marsh, Steve Smith, Marcus Stoinis and Adam Zampa. And then in the men's T20, we've got Pat Cummins, Cam Green, Josh Hazelwood, Glenn Maxwell and Maddie Wade. For the women's test squad, we've got 7 out of the 9 here. We've got Darcy Brown, Ash Gardner, Alyssa Healy, Alana King, Beth Mooney, Elise Perry and Annabelle Sutherland. For the ODI squad, we also have 7 out of 9. We've got Darcy Brown, Ash Gardner, Phoebe Litchfield, Talia McGrath, Beth Mooney, Elise Perry and Annabelle Sutherland. Then in the T20 squad, we've got we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 9. We've got Alyssa Healy, Meg Lanning, Talia McGrath, Beth Mooney, Elise Perry and Meg Schott. Then we've got the Adelaide Strikers, missing 2 on that page. And then we've got the first 6 of the Heat, which is great to see. Then we're missing. We go from an almost full page to an almost empty page. Courtney Sipple, the only Heat player on this page. We've got some Hurricanes here. It feels like a hurricane has come through and blown all those cards away. But we do have more Hurricanes on this page. Then we've got the Melbourne Renegades. We're only missing 2 on this page, which is really good. Well, it's not really good that we're missing it, but it's good that there's only 2 that we need to fill there. We did get a lot of Finchies through the season. And then we're only missing 1 other Renegade there, so that's really cool. For the Stars, we've got the first one missing, but otherwise on this page everybody's there. And then we're only missing 2 other Stars cards, so that's really, really cool. We've got the Scorchers here, we've got the first 2, and then we've got a bit of a mixed bag left, about half and half really. And then we've got the Sydney Sixers, which is again a bit spotty. And then the Thunder. And then we've got 2 out of the 3 checklist cards left to find. Now we have our first proper insert set, and we've got the all-rounders celebrating the players who are great with a bat and a ball. So I've decided to put them in the album like this because being a duo card set, if you just go per page with the 9 pockets, you're going to be splitting the cards up, which I aesthetically don't like. They're supposed to go together. So I decided to spread them out over the 18 pages. So basically you have one player, one player, one player. So you've got the 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards. So when you get all of the cards together, they look like that without having to split them up. So I really appreciate that. Let's have a look. I put some manila envelopes behind them because there is a lot of empty space, so we can see the cards that I do actually have better. We've got the Cam Green bowler card, got Elise Perry bowler, Mitch Marsh bowler, and Annabelle Sutherland bowler, and also we've got the Charlie Knott bowler as well. But here we go, we have 2 players that have been completed. We've got Talia McGrath and Tim David. So happy that we've put at least 2 people together, and then we'll turn the page and we'll see that we've also just got 2 people that have been completed. But the others, we've got Heather Graham batter, we've got Kim Garth batter, as well as Ash Gardner batter, and Ben Dorshus batter. So on the previous page, all of the unfinished players were bowlers. Now we've just got all batters on this page, but the players that we have completed. We've got Sophie Molyneux, Renegades, and we've got Amy Edgar, Scorchers. So that is fantastic. I think the one of those Amy Edgar came out in the last pack opening last weekend, so that was nice to add. So then we've got one more page left, so I've just put it on one page because we can fit the 4 remaining cards. We've got Sammy Jo Johnson by her lonesome, her other card, her batter would go there, and then the male Thunder player would go there. So that is the all-rounders. Then up next we have the team of the tournament, 24 card set, all of them BBL teams. So we've got Beth Mooney, Georgia Redmayne, Alyssa Healy, Ash Gardner. We're missing number 5. We've got Erin Burns, Amelia Kerr. We're missing number 8, and Amanda Jade Wellington. And then we turn the page, and then over here we've got Nicola Hancock and Megan Schott. We're missing number 12. And then for the men, we have Matt Short, Steve Smith, missing number 3. We've got Finchy, we've got Josh Inglis and Tim David. And then we have a look who's on the next page. And we are missing number 7. We've got Sean Abbott, number 8. We've got quite a bit of a gap. And then we have Aaron Hardy. Are these numbered? Why are they there? Well, they are numbered, so there you go. Okay, so we from the starter packs, you do get numbered variants. I was wondering why there was a bit of a gap. Let's have a look. So we had the Michael Nessa, that was actually all of them are silver parallels. So he was number 50 out of 150, which came out of our last opening, the cricket medley. We've got Tim David, number 15 of 150. And then we've got the Aaron Hardy, number 43 out of 150. So they are the starter pack variants. And then we did also have a bronze Amanda Jade Wellington, which aren't numbered but are limited. So I didn't have space for her, so she's going back here. Then next, we turn the clock back in the Season to Remember cards. We've picked up 1 Adelaide Strikers. We've got 2 out of the 3 Heat, and we have Paddy Dooley in the middle there for the Hurricanes. And we turn the page, and let's see, we've got 1 Renegades. We've got 2 Stars and 2 Scorchers. Just meet the middle one there. Have we completed any team for the Season to Remember? Oh, we have. We have completed both the Sixers and the Thunder for the both Sydney teams. They look fantastic when they are together. And then we have the Illustrious caricature cards. In the rainbow version, we've picked up Aaron Finch, Tess Flintoff, and Todd Murphy. And wouldn't you know it, in the team colored variants, we have picked up the exact same players. We've got Finchy, we've got Tess, we've got Todd. They're such cute cards. I would have loved to have found other players as well. But we got so many doubles of Tess and Todd. I'm not sure. I think we might have got a double of Finchy as well. But these three players were magnets for me this year. Okay, now let's get into the International Series cards. It's a 32 set series. Let's have a look. We've got Travis Head, Steve Smith, Pat Cummins, Dave Warner, making his double century. Then on this page, we've only got two. We've got Matt Kuhneman and Mitch Marsh. And we've got another page with just two players. We've got Beth Mooney and Heather Graham. And for our final page, we've got Alyssa Healy, Talia McGrath, and Meg Lanning. So then we have our unnumbered decorated insert set. We've got Steve Smith, Alan Border medal, Belinda Clark medal winner Beth Mooney, Dave Warner Men's ODI Player of the Year, and Courtney Sipple, the Betty Wilson Young Cricketer. And then on our next page, we've got Annabelle Sutherland, Women's Domestic Player of the Year, and we've got Michael Nessa, MVP. On this page, we've got Nathan Ellis, MVP, Aaron Finch, MVP, and Marizan Cap, Most Valuable Player. And then finally, we've got MVP for Phoebe Litchfield, Thunder. Then we have our gold parallels. So these were numbered. So we picked up 7 of them. We've got Amelia Kerr, MVP, Nathan Ellis, MVP, Joe Clark, MVP, Talia McGrath, Women's T20 Player of the Year, Courtney Sipple, that was the Betty Wilson Young Cricketer. We've got Meg Shot, MVP, and Michael Nessa, MVP. Let's take a look at the numbers that we picked up for those. So they're all numbered out of 147. We've got 113, 104, 46, 104, 52, 110, and 124. So 46 was the lowest with the Joe Clark, then Courtney Sipple on 52. We picked up 4 breakout cards, and in an act of serendipity, we got both Heat cards and both Hurricane cards. So we picked up Spencer Johnson and Courtney Sipple, as well as Paddy Dooley and Amy Smith. The breakouts were a box hit, but they were not numbered. Although we also have just a random Ash Gardner silver team of the tournament that was numbered 120 out of 150. So clearly we had another one that I couldn't fit in the previous album. And we also picked up a championship predictor. This was a WBBL predictor for the Stars. I really loved the design that they had this year for them. It looks so cool, and that was number 76 out of 173. And then we also picked up 2 Authentic Series squad number cards. We picked up Molly Strano, Hobart Hurricanes, and Elise Perry, Australia. Fortunately not numbered, but very, very nice looking cards indeed. Okay, let's now get into the Mojo Black Diamonds. These are 1 every 60 packs or 1 every 2 boxes. We managed to pick up 2. So we have Sarah Coit for the Melbourne Renegades. And these, so the Black Diamonds are numbered out of 28. And we got number 16 for Sarah. And then we also picked up this Annabelle Sutherland Women's Test Squad Black Diamond. Absolutely sick. That was number 26 out of number 28. I love that the photo that they've used for her here is also on the album. It's very, very cool. We picked up 2 Breakout Signatures. We've got a redemption here of Lance Morris for the Scorchers. So I will have to send that in and get that redeemed. That was card number 17 out of 166. I've got until December the 31st this year, so I probably will get around to it by December the 30th. But knowing how organised I am, hopefully I can send that in a bit sooner. And we thankfully it wasn't a redemption, so we can actually look at the actual signature. We picked up Courtney Sipple for the Brisbane Heat. Lovely signature and fantastic player. Great photo as well. And that was card number 71. So we've got number 17 for Lance. So 71 going in the opposite direction of 166 for Courtney. Love that. So good. And then we have one more card. It's another redemption, which I have not sent in. So I will have to get onto that and post the pictures on Instagram when I finally do. But we've got a Spotlight patch card redemption of Darcy Brown of the Adelaide Strikers, of course. This is card number 65 out of only 104. It's the first in the 8-card patch set here, the Spotlight. And I've been seeing a lot of photos of people's redeemed cards, and the jersey patches look absolutely awesome. So fingers crossed we can get just as cool a patch back. Well, thank you very much for joining me, not only for today's album update, but for all of the cricket videos over the last few months. It's been an absolute blast, and I cannot wait already until we get our new cricket cards all the way, probably in November later this year. But until then, thank you very much. Stay cool, take care. My name is Dave. This is Scorecard Collectibles, and I can't wait to see you next time. And Courtney Sipple, Betty Wilson Young Cricketer of the Year.